All road leads to you, even the ones I have taken to forget you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people that I was forced to forget in my life. Welcome to the first edition of Saga is Here podcast. I have with me in the show my best of friends. By my left hand side is Bryant. By occupation, Bryant is an Anyway, by my right is China Baby. China Baby is my friend. She's very fine and she's single. And I have someone that the ladies must be careful about. I have someone on my show. I feel like one of the hardest things to do as human beings, one of the biggest challenges that we face is grieving the loss of someone who is still alive. Let me take that again. Grieving the loss of someone who is still alive. Have you ever been forced to, you know, have you ever lost someone you had a very close relationship with? Someone that you used to, maybe you guys were G's, maybe now your babe, or you guys were having sex, and like there was just some sort of, why are you looking at me? There was just some sort of an intimate relationship, but then you can't just have the same version of that person again. Maybe the person, I don't know how to take with them, but then there was really a bond. Yeah. So Mad, you have a story too?
Yeah, definitely. We all do have stories for sure. You get me? So like several scenarios, several events whereby things like this have happened.
Put the mic close to here.
You understand? So, but the one I know that actually hit me hard was, let's say, secondary school, right? Very good. I ever fell in love with, right? Emerald is her name. You know, GS1 down to GS3.
You don't be dating with just one just
Oh, your story's on me. All right, this is it. I was a very shy person. I couldn't like sit with her and like talk to her, so I was always communicating with her through letters. Right, SS1 after the whole GS3 holidays, we came back. One boy from outside, a Nigerian who was living outside the country, came back to Nigeria. You know,
get.
So then she told everybody in the school that I was her toy. So I was, it was hard. I was forced to, just I said to myself that I caught every time with her till today we don't talk. Now, Jamless, I think Wayek or Jamless, and I'm not really certain about this one now, right? But her name is Deborah. I feel she was the first girl that ever actually, communicated feelings with me genuinely. You understand? Like the energy was, everything was there. So, but to me it was genuine. I don't know about how it was real to her though, but to me it was real. So she got admission before I got admission because like it was I think 2019 or something. So she got admission before I got admission.
Things just changed.
Exactly.
You know get how person go enter school before you. Make it still they get something to do with it.
You can.
Have you ever dated someone like when you get admission, enter this music? You don't date person maybe no day school that time.
No, but like that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
It happens, but in very rare occasions.
I doubt it's possible. I doubt it's possible.
It's very possible.
Like I said, it happens, right? You can say on a scale of 1 to 100, you can say it happened like 10%. It really happens. It really happens.
Like 60.
Nah, don't say 60 now. Come on. 60%. Me being in school alone, right? I've seen things alone. Like I have friends. I've seen girls like when we tend to go out, you see girls we boasting about our boyfriend. I will never. But at the end of the day, you know what happens at the back? These people do things, man. Tell me.
You see the my guy, babe day in lap. They chat with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And the boy is not in the school. It's like in Lagos. She did the chat with the boyfriend on top person lap. After this, they did it. And we all know that she has like a boyfriend, but it's not in school. So now, like 5% is just maybe you people like yourself to say let's be friends. But deep down, both of you know that you are just playing. That's why I say no to this long distance relationship. I don't do that thing because I can trust my people. But I know Nigeria. I
Are
know
you
trust
talking
Nigeria.
about like her leaving you or like I don't understand.
The connection people will have, like the connection you have.
It
Yes.
can still be the same.
You
Like
can't-
you guys can
It
work.
can't. It can be
You
the
get this
same.
thing, right? Listen, I don't know if you understand it. Like if you genuinely like somebody, I don't know about anybody, but me personally, I tend to connect with that person. Do you like if something is going wrong, even with that person telling me, I tend to feel it.
So you need the person close.
Exactly. Like if something is going off, I don't need anybody to tell me.
Yes, your instinct
Exactly.
is going to inform you.
And most times, I might not want to believe that instinct. You understand me? But
But
we
that
are not
doesn't
humans.
work.
I think
It can still work. Like you can still
Nobody's denying the fact that it work. It can work. But I'm saying
the chances,
in
yes,
cases
True,
you
Sha.
get out of 100, you get 5.
you
He said
saying
10.
five?
10 itself is a big thing.
Oh my
5.
god.
5 is big for
I
me.
think
with this our recent generation, come on now, it's really.
it's hard. Okay,
I know-
true,
I
it's
know it.
hard now.
I know a guy. He's in Navy presently. Him and his babe have been dating for maybe like this will be like 5th or 6th year. And she's schooling in PH. He's a PH boy. He's schooling in PH. And him is in Navy. Yes, I can say it works because of them. And we have been there throughout. And I've seen him. They have problem because of this same thing that I was saying, this connection of a thing.
Yeah.
His babe can have a problem, but he's not around at that moment. He cannot give her that thing, and maybe he leads on that thing. The babe not cheat on him or anything, but she was about to. She told him. She confided in
Very
him.
difficult
He had to go from Anambra here back to PH.
He tried.
When I do things for this relationship,
See something about me, right? I went to an only boys school. So before I came here, I never knew anything about relationship. I know like my own relationship now. Kiss, no emotional things attached. When people were telling me about relationship, I always talk about when you like girl like you kiss and that's all. No feeling and anything. Easy. One of the reasons that made me like say okay, there's something emotional for somebody to leave everything down in Oka. Because in year one that time he left everything down in Oka and he went there. No, like after he was not supposed to go back to PH. He was supposed to go to Inewi to go and find out and everything, but he had to leave that thing on hold and to go and meet his babe to know what's their problem before he came back to start looking for lodge again. To show that how emotionally connected this thing, he had to be with his babe. And that is like because they have been dating like 2 years before that, before he entered school. So imagine that kind of thing. Because the girl knows him already, she can confide in him. But you cannot say you can have 6 months relationship and someone will now go to on that place, you now be attached to the person. That is bullshit.
A
Now.
lot of effort, but like
A lot of
married
effort.
people now, like
Yes,
those that
that's
live
what I was
and they go
about to say.
abroad, like
Marriage
I can't do it.
Exactly.
Marriage is not
That's
that
a way different thing entirely.
Even dating, like you can still have
Marriage, you're
fun.
automatically committed to somebody.
marriage.
Like your whole
marriage
life
now.
now, if you're doing anything, you have to put this person. You understand me? So it's a different thing entirely. You understand?
People still people still get disconnected. Like this connection thing, you can just get connected to another person, honestly, from my own point of view, even though you're like dating. So that's why like if you're dating, just it's actually true, like good. Just stay on your own. Like especially for girls, like emotionally, like this guy will start giving you attention, you start thinking you like him. That's happened to me. But like it can still work like long distance.
It's not this like my work, but
Oh, it's hard.
They cry a lot now.
Yes,
They cry
now.
a lot.
Like a lot now, cause it's not easy.
Just okay.
Yeah,
Are you done
yeah,
with
yeah.
your story?
We continue, but
Okay,
you know.
just before we carry on, we are going to take China baby's story. My own story was not actually with someone I was dating. I have had people that have been in my life. They are still alive, or maybe for the time being, when they stopped being who I used to know them for. We were still close. To make it worse, we live in the same house. We spend almost all the hours together. My mom, my own story is with my mom. It's something that my mom shaped my adulthood. You know, I passed through an all boys school, and when I was in JS2, my dad died, and yeah, I came from a very comfortable family, but then after my dad's demise, things started to change. So I quickly became an adult even before I turned 18.
I the first one.
No, I'm the last.
Oh, like you even
Yeah.
felt it. Like,
Yes.
wow, that's
My siblings are way older than me. So my mom and I am my mom's favorite kid. But then at some point I started, in fact, I was, before my dad died, I used to live a life of from an AC house to an AC car, from an AC car to, they drive me. I had my own personal driver, that kind of shit. But then after things changed, I became one of those that will be sent home for school fees. Things were that bad. So I knew that in a way, I started developing that sense that I am responsible for myself. So when I came out from secondary school, this is actually the climax of the story. When I came out from secondary school, I was not just seeing myself again as being responsible for myself. I noticed that my mom used to have a man in her life who literally provided all sorts of comfort and luxury, maybe what she terms luxury. And then those things are no longer there. You know, she now has to work too much. She no longer have the time that she had to play football. My mom loves football, to play football, to do those kind of, my mom can travel. In fact, my mom travels from east to Lagos just for sports. So she no longer does those things, and then things changed. I started seeing myself as not just responsible for myself, but also I started becoming the man in my mom's life. So when I traveled, when I got admission into Unizik, if I'm coming home for holiday, in my mind, I am not coming home to meet my mom. Yes, I am coming home to meet my mom. But then a part of me knew that when I am going home, especially if it is during Christmas period, I'm supposed to buy rice or maybe buy granite or just buy anything. Just, so that we would have that family Christmas groove. I was doing this as an ordinary man who don't even have 1K in my account. You get that kind of thing. So I think at that point, I stopped having a mom. I became my mom's man without knowing. It changed a lot about my reasoning. It changed how my mom could control me. It changed my mom's attitude towards me and people around me. I think I was a teacher. I'm still a teacher in a secondary school. I used to teach in secondary school. Do you know that my mom would not allow my female students to even greet me in any way? Like if they get close anyhow, my mom will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in the house. You get that kind of thing. So now that I have grown and I'm thinking about it, I feel like that change, that point where my mom stopped being my mom, and then I had to fill in a certain role in her life. It's changed my life in ways that I can't even describe. But then again, it also changed my mom's attitude towards me. But then it had a lot of emotional and psychological effect. I can't say if it was bad or if it was good, but I felt that effect. I lost my mom before I lost her. So being every day, one of the hardest things for me was grieving the loss of my mom, even while she was alive.
I I get that. I get the part.
Have the mic.
I get the part that you're saying, but if people were, some people, how will I put it? I reason it in a way. First of all, when you were coming up, I was like, was it like when you say you've had to feel it for your like this thing, for man? I was like, man, I don't understand. Until I now got it, I was like, okay, this is what you meant. No, I'm being seriously. I'm being honest. Well, let me understand what I'm trying. Let me tell you what I'm trying. I understand about what you said. Like now, your mom does not see you as her last born again. Your mom see you as a man.
Someone she can
Call her hard. Yes. Like she know they see you like son, like baby again. She they see you like you this guy now, my man now.